Government plans to end free movement regime along the international border with Myanmar. Due to certain internal security issues, government is planning to close the Manipur Myanmar border with the smart fencing. This is what the news is about. Let's look into how the news has been related with examination. Under prelims, it is related with current events of national as well as international importance. Similarly, under mains, it is related to GS paper 3, internal security, under a subtopic called security challenges and their management in border areas, linkage of organized crime with terrorism. This is how the news is being related with the examination. Okay, let's look into the details of the news. So, as I said, the government is considering to end the free movement regime between the Myanmar with the Manipur because of certain internal security issues, and government is going to close the border with the help of smart fencing. And idea is not only to stop the insurgent activities but also break the influx of illegal immigrants that arises because of the Myanmar junta. And Manipur shares nearly 390 km of porous border with Myanmar, but only a certain portion, that is 10 kilometers, has been fenced. The border between India and Myanmar ranges to 1643 km across 4 states, that is Mizoram, Manipur, Nagaland as well as Arunachal Pradesh. This is very important from the perspective of prelims, as well as the free movement regime is mutually agreed between the countries of both the sides to allow the people to freely migrate to certain distance up to 16 kilometers. And FMR, that is the free movement regime, was implemented in 2018 as the part of India's Act East policy. So this is what the details of the news is. Let's look into what is the reason for the free movement regime to be implemented. Is to connect the people with the same cultures, those who are living in both the sides. So during early 1800s, that is during the British period, this border was demarcated without considering any ethical or cultural identity. So such border have been maintained till now. So their cultural as well as ethnic activities, which has been formed over thousands of years, have been separated because of the human made border. So to overcome this, to connect the people with the same culture, this free movement regime was implemented since 2018. Secondly, it acts as impetus to the local trade as well as business, so that it will enable the people to sustain with their local livelihood, which in turn will generate a local economy, so that it will enable them to concentrate on other productive activities, apart from involving in the insurgent activities, which is very threatening from the internal security point of view. So this is what the reason for free movement regime. And what is the issues that has been raised because of implementing the free movement regime is there has been increased illegal immigrants. For example, the Kukichin people who are living in the Myanmar Manipur border have been suppressed by the Myanmar military, so that they were forced to migrate to the Manipur. And then secondly, increased porous borders led to activities like drug trafficking as well as gun running. And at the same time, the free movement regime enable the insurgents to make a tent in the Myanmar side, so that they could act as the launch pad for the future attack on the Indian side. So these are all the internal security issues that has been arised because of the implementation of free movement regime. So this is what the thing is. So we could able to look into the map that this is the border of the this is the border between Myanmar as well as India. This is how it has been. Okay, let's look into what are all the border management activities that has been undertaken by India along the India-Myanmar border. See, the Assam Rifle, a dedicated paramilitary force, has been deployed to guard the Indian Myanmar border, and secondly, highly advanced equipments like UAV, battlefield surveillance radar, and then laser range finders were used to secure the border. And at the same time, comprehensive border infrastructure projects were undertaken to improve the border infrastructure of Indian Myanmar border, and then integrated checkposts at major entry points is also been implemented along the border to overcome such kind of illegal activities that is arising at the border areas. So these are all the border management initiatives that has been undertaken by India for quite some time. So what need to be studied further is we should know about what the northeastern maps, their geographical features, and then vibrant village scheme, what is the objective of the scheme, and who is the implementing authority of the scheme. Third is the we should also be aware of the Assam rifle, why they have been formed, and which are all the border areas they have been manning. These are all the things which we needed to be further aware of, and with this we have reached the end of this topic.